Well, a grand jury has been summoned in the case against the lying, leaking, fired deputy director of the FBI, Andrew McCabe. The Washington Post reporting that federal prosecutors are using the grand jury to investigate whether McCabe purposely misguided officials over his role in the unauthorized disclosures to the Wall Street Journal and other issues as well. House Freedom Caucus Chairman Mark Meadows calling on the DOJ Inspector General to investigate links between Bruce Ohr and the author of the bogus Trump dossier. In a letter, Meadows demanded a probe into whether Ohr and others broke from established protocol to further their investigation and surveillance of the Trump campaign. Ohr continues to work at the Justice Department despite links to the smear merchants Fusion GPS, who commissioned the discredited dossier authored by one Christopher Steele. Joining me now, Victoria Toensing, the former Justice Department official, outstanding attorney, and following all of these developments as few can with her eye and talent. First, great to have you here. Let's start with this grand jury. This reported first in the Washington Examiner. Your thoughts about the timing and the propriety?
Oh, Lou, the timing, let me see. It's about time, don't you think? I mean, how long have we gone? And I want to know what else is being done, because when Jeff Sessions came out with a big to-do about bringing in Huber, the U.S. attorney from Utah, the one thing he was supposed to look into was Uranium One. And my client has never been contacted, and that was over 8 months ago. So, you know, I think they're kind of slow.
Kind of slow. It looks like they're trying to, I think the cliche is run out the clock. The more appropriate and still cliched Stonewall is what really comes to mind, defying the Constitution and the executive branch, specifically the White House and this president, also obviously clear.
I agree. And where's Peter Strzok? I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that should be in this. Bruce Ohr. There's a whole lot of people that should be before this grand jury. And
is there any reason, by the way, why they shouldn't bring other people before this grand jury? Why it should be limited to McCabe, given all that we know?
What struck me about the story, and I was just learning it as I was sitting here, was only McCabe? Really? Right.
Yeah. Well, let's turn to, if we may, the issue of evidence that Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, McCabe, Wiseman all knew about Bruce Ohr and his wife Nellie, who was working at Fusion GPS, and they knew about it before the FISA applications were even filed. Does that strike you as surprising, or can anything surprise any of us after what we have witnessed here in corruption in Washington?
Well, no, Lou, it doesn't surprise me at all. It's consistent with what is all coming out bit by bit, but very, very slowly. And I want to go to the congressman's call for declassification of FISA, because let's be very clear about what happened here. Carter Page was the target of the Obama administration wanting to get a leg in to the Trump campaign, and that's what it was all about. And they used Carter Page, as they said, power was abused and the FISA court was lied to. They used Carter Page by lying to the FISA court. And just real quickly, in 2013, Carter Page was an asset, an FBI asset, and helped the FBI indict a Russian spy. Yeah. When they're applying for the surveillance, they make it look like Carter Page was in cahoots. Carter Page gave a speech at a Russian university in the fall of 2016. You know who else gave a speech at that same Russian university? Barack Obama. But they're using these things to the FISA court to get their surveillance on him. Then they unmasked him and leaked it to the press.
It seems to me like we're watching a narrowing of the window here. That was very small to begin with, into the events and the people responsible for the toxic atmosphere in both the FBI and Department of Justice leadership. But this is not an accident. We are watching some distancing, it seems to me, from those events And the first effort that looks possible to see a declassification of documents is at hand. The president, is there any rational reason on earth that he would resist declassifying those five documents that have already been seen in unredacted form by the intelligence committees, or at least they were given the opportunity to see those documents in both the House and the Senate?
And they feel so strongly that those should be declassified that you have to give great deference to them. And here's my message to the president. If you're not on offense, you're on defense. So you better get them out there.
Yeah,
get those documents out there.
This is a president who relishes being on the point of the spear and launching it rather than taking more incoming as he has to put up with every day. Victoria, it's always great to see you. We thank you so much. Victoria
Good to be here,
Toensing.
Lou.